September 21st, 2025. At Putin's fancy Crimean guest house, a special gathering is underway for Russia's elite. In just 43 seconds, their wild ideas about war are about to get blown to pieces by Ukraine. Miles offshore, a 16-foot ghost is cutting through the Black Sea. This is the Magura Fi-5, a Ukrainian drone boat. It's built to slip through the waves like a shark, almost completely invisible to radar. Tucked inside are 6 OSA FPV drones. The Magura is now closing on its target, the Foros Sanatorium. This is where Russia's war criminals relax. Hitting this place is about ripping the eyes out of the Russian war machine and protecting Ukraine's critical grain routes. The strike is imminent. 7:31 p.m., 3 miles from the coast. The Magura slows, its bay doors pop open, and one by one, 6 silent shapes slip into the Black Sea. The mothership gives a final 10-second laser guidance lock, then disappears into the shadows. Its mission is now in the hands of its children. The 6 OSA drones take off instantly, hitting 60 miles per hour as they skim the surface. The lead drone suddenly spits out a cloud of metallic dust, 500 strips of aluminum chaff. To a Russian radar operator, that cloud is a nightmare, a blizzard of fake targets. The other 5 drones tuck behind this wall of electronic noise. They hug the base of the Foros cliffs, flying in the radar shadow of the rock itself. To clear a Russian patrol boat up ahead, they pop up for 2.7 seconds, exposing themselves for just 12 feet before vanishing into the darkness. 7:32 p.m. Mother Nature fights back. A brutal 20-knot wind gust slams into the swarm, and it hits drone number 3 the hardest, the one with the corroded antenna. Suddenly, that 2.3-degree targeting error turns out to be a flight stability nightmare. The drone is bucking like a wild bronco, struggling to keep control. Hundreds of miles away, in a concrete bunker beneath Odessa, an operator watches his screen flicker. His hands are slick with sweat as he fights the controls, trying to manually tame a 13-inch machine getting battered by a storm. On the shoreline, a Russian Spetsnaz operator is sweeping the cliffs, looking through a $10,000 thermal scope. He's searching for a flicker of heat, a ghost in the dark. It's a boring routine patrol, until it isn't. At 7:27 p.m., his scope lights up, a hot signature moving fast, a target. He raises his specialized drone gun, a weapon that fires a focused beam of electromagnetic energy. Miles out, the decoy drone's electronics get fried, a successful kill. As he radios in his victory, he has no clue that the real swarm, the 5 invisible assassins, are slithering past him in the darkness below the cliffline. 30 seconds later, the radar screen at a Pantsir S-1 air defense battery near Yalta lights up like a Christmas tree. The operators don't see 5 small drones. They see what the chaff cloud was designed to show them. A single, massive signature, moving at 60 miles per hour. The system's computer screams one word: enemy. A command is given. A $20 million air defense system locks onto the cloud of aluminum foil. A multi-million-dollar surface-to-air missile ignites, accelerating to Mach 3 in seconds, racing to intercept the threat. In the bunker in Odessa, the Ukrainian operator watches the missile track on his screen and smirks. "Go ahead," he mutters. "Waste your money." The missile slams into the cloud, vaporizing the aluminum strips in a flash of light. The Russians think they just scored a direct hit. In reality, they just punched a hole in thin air. They just declared war on a shadow. And while all eyes are on the phantom they just took out, the Magura Fi-5, now 10 miles offshore, plays its final card. At 7:28 p.m., sirens across Sevastopol scream to life. From an airfield just miles away, an Su-30 fighter jet rockets into the sky, its afterburners tearing a hole in the night. It's a Mach 1.9 beast. A $50 million predator built for one purpose: to take out anything that flies. So how can a handful of plywood drones possibly survive? By refusing to play its game. The swarm executes its next command and splits apart. 2 drones drop even lower, becoming nearly invisible in the sea clutter. The other 3 climb to 200 feet. Suddenly, the Russian pilot can't engage them all. Frustrated, the Russians unleash their digital hammer. A 5-mile-wide blanket of electronic warfare descends. The fight isn't just in the air. On the ground, Spetsnaz teams are waiting. They deploy kinetic nets and open fire with thermal-guided machine guns. A stream of tracers connects. One of the OSA drones disappears in a flash of fire. A brilliant momentary firework against the dark cliffs. 1 down, 4 to go. In the Odessa bunker, the operator wipes sweat from his brow. His screen flashes the most important number of the night, 20 seconds to target. He grips the controls. Hold steady, he breathes. Just hold steady. At 7:29 p.m., one of the OSA drones completely changes its electronic signature. It stops looking like a threat. Instead, it starts screaming the IFF identification code of a civilian passenger plane, and its flight path now looks like it's on a collision course with a local school. It's a bluff, a work of digital genius, and it puts the Russian commanders in an impossible position. Do they fire and risk an international incident by shooting down a passenger plane over a school? Or do they hesitate? That hesitation is all Ukraine needs. On the radar screens in Sevastopol, confusion turns to panic. Conflicting orders are shouted. The entire air defense system, from the billion-dollar S-400 to the Spetsnaz soldier with his rifle, freezes for a few critical seconds. They're so focused on the phantom civilian plane that they've forgotten about the real threat. And while every Russian eye is turned away, the 4 real attack drones slip through the chaos, emerging from the radar shadow of the cliffs. They're now completely undetected, with a clear line of sight to the Foros sanatorium. Far out at sea, the Magura 5-5 sends out a single tight-beam laser pulse across the water. The pulse hits damaged drone number 3 and instantly corrects its 3.6-degree targeting error. In the Odessa bunker, the operator watches 4 green boxes lock onto the thermal signature of the main hall. He leans into his microphone. The trap is sprung. Now it's time to deliver the punch. The clock hits 7:30 p.m. The Russian commanders realize they've been played, and their hesitation turns to pure rage. The Panzer system comes alive, its 30mm cannons opening up, spitting a wall of steel into the air at 4,000 rounds per minute. The sky erupts in a storm of explosive shells, each one designed to shred an aircraft. It's a desperate final attempt to stop the inevitable, but the 4 OSA drones don't try to evade. They converge and dive through the curtain of fire, lining up on their single point of attack, the main hall of the sanatorium. In the Odessa bunker, the operator's voice is ice. Fox 3, release the payload. The command is given. The drones aren't the weapons, but are just the delivery men. 4 1.5-pound shaped charges detach from their hardpoints, their fins snapping open as they begin their terminal dive at over 200 miles per hour. Their job done, the 4 drone motherships bank hard, turning back toward the seaback, toward the safety of the Magura, now waiting patiently in the shipping lanes. The operator in the bunker doesn't wait to see the impact. He stands up, slapping the console in triumph. "Delivery complete," he shouts to his team. "Now we get the hell out of here." Inside the Daka, the distant thunder of the Panzer's cannons is now a deafening roar. A Spetsnaz commander screams into his radio. "Swarm fire, at will. Fire at everything." A high-ranking VIP drops his glass of caviar, shattering it on the marble floor. "How is this possible?" he yells. "We jammed everything." But the OSA's warheads don't care about jamming. The first warhead hits the glass roof of the main hall. It doesn't just shatter, but vaporizes. The 4-inch thick armored glass is struck with 700 foot-pounds of force, the equivalent of being hit by a pickup truck at highway speeds. The 1.5-pound shaped charge inside detonates. A secondary explosion erupts, followed by a massive fireball that blows the entire western wall of the sanatorium into the Black Sea. Another warhead finds the VIP garage, turning a $750,000 armored Mercedes into a 100-foot column of fire. As dawn breaks over the Black Sea, it reveals the full picture. The $50 million sanatorium is a smoking ruin, a jagged scar on the beautiful coastline. Russia's secret war plans disrupted. Their Black Sea fleet forced to pull back, widening the safe corridor for Ukraine's grain exports by 20%. So what do you think? Was this swarm pure genius or something even more? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more stories from the front lines.